SleepWalker Radio, and I'm here with Odd Mojo.
Hey.
We're in Maketto right now.
Shout out to Maketto.
The window seat overlooking the space. But yeah, how are you doing?
But yeah, I'm feeling good. Yesterday I went to the spa with Bae, and we went to this dope ass spa called Crystal Waters, I believe. And bruh, like, I feel truly amazing. Like, she got out everything. Like, I was so stressed out. I just started this 9 to 5, and like, it's very new for me because like I left my job, you know, of course everybody did 2020.
Yeah.
And I just been out of work for so long. So like just readjusting back to like the work life, it's really a lot. And then plus during like 2020, I was really getting back into like my music and like really starting to get serious again.
Yeah.
So, you know, with the whole pandemic, you know, I lost a lot of money. I had a lot of shows happening that were, you know, already set before the pandemic had hit. So like, you know, by losing money, you know, I had to get a job recently.
Yeah.
You know, I had to get this 9 to 5 so I can get back on. So my time management is just off, bro. Like, that's one thing I'm literally struggling with in my personal life, but it can fall into the artistry world.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I'm just working on time management, and that's really been stressing me out, honestly. So yesterday was just so beautiful just to get that massage and get all that stress relieved, you know? So I feel really good, and I'm happy. I just feel good, man. So it's affecting my mental. I just feel good from that massage.
No, that's great. Massages really like can do the trick for real. And just like your body's energy and stuff like that, and just your muscles relaxing. Massages are underrated, I feel like.
Son, they are underrated, bruh. Like, you gotta get it at least like once a month type shit, or like just try to keep up with it if you can. That's really a part of like your mental health and the wellness shit, bro. Like, it falls in the category of like yoga. Like, I do yoga every day, and son, honestly, bro, like yoga, it was cool, bro, and stretching. Like, you don't gotta do the big wild yoga cat shit, but if you just stretch your arms, your neck, you good.
Yeah.
But like it just still wasn't enough for me, bro. I knew something was missing. Like, I was doing my stretches. I always do yoga, and I was just like, yo, nah, something missing, bro. Like, I need somebody to walk on my back, bro.
Right.
Drop a brick on my like, boy, wake up type shit. So, yeah, man. What about you? How you been? How's the new year
good.
treating you?
I've been good, for real. Just working on a lot of different things. I don't have a 9 to 5, but I have like 3 or 4 different like side freelance jobs I'm like doing right now.
That's good.
That I'm trying to like finesse and figure out that. But it's good so far. I feel like I had momentum ending the year, and I was trying to like carry that into this year so far. So we're already like in February, halfway through
I know,
February.
right? What the fuck? It's about to be the end of the first quarter.
Literally.
Insane. Peer pressure. It's like,
But yeah, you're from Capitol Heights, right?
Capitol Heights, PG County. Pretty Girl County.
Yeah,
The
for
fuck? It's like,
What was it like growing up there?
oh my God. It was intense. But let me tell you something. Since I live in Capitol Heights, Maryland, I live on the borderline of DC and Maryland. So I'm catching a bus going to Benning Road, W4. I'm right there by Clay Terrace. Most of my family live in Clay Terrace, so like I feel like I'm from DC and Maryland, but technically I'm from Maryland. But growing up there, it was always like I always seen a difference. Like, I always feel like I seen like two sides of shit living in Capitol Heights.
Right.
Like, the people were different in DC. Like, kids growing up like all hardcore and, you know, just like loud and like aggressive.
Facts.
Maryland kids like kind of like conservative, like, what's the word, like not bougie, but like more so like just like you're, what's the word, not southern, but kind of southern. Capitol Heights is kind of southern, bro. I feel like I'm jive like country. Sometimes I be catching myself like, yeah, it's alright, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, nigga? Country as hell, girl. Capitol Heights. But also like Man, I mean, I know you hip to like what joanin is.
Yeah,
Most people
yeah.
say cutting ass in New York and like all this shit, but like growing up with like people joaning on me and me joaning back and cutting people up and shit like that, I feel like that really prepared me for like having like a tough skin. Like it was like an introduction to like learning how to like, you know, take criticism and shit, you know.
I also feel like growing up in like DC, DMV area, like the joanin and all that, I feel like people just have really good sense of humor.
Yeah, I was going to add that on, like, you know, not taking it too personal.
Yeah.
But I do struggle with that. I'm not going to lie. Like on like another tip, like I do struggle. Not really. I don't struggle with it anymore. I'm overcoming it. Learning not to think everything's about me. But I feel like I'm a different person now, like in my 20s, because when I was younger, like when niggas used to joan, I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, damn, bro, really, you gonna cut me up on my shoes, bro? Like, alright, I guess I deserved it. Face ass for wearing these joints today.
So I deserved it.
So yeah, man, it was cool growing up in the DMV and PG. Like it was very different. I felt like I seen the city, and I seen like, you know, what is that word, bro? It's the city, and then it's
like country, suburbs.
Start with a C, not culture. I don't know, bro. Fuck it. It was cool growing up here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. That shit look lit.
No, this is kind of crazy.
It's cute.
So what got you into like recording yourself, like making music and stuff?
So,
Or when did you start like recording music first?
So I started making music, I want to say, so I mean, really, we can get deep, you know, for real, honestly. I don't think I ever said this before in the interview, but I really started rapping back in, like, high school.
Got you.
I went to Suitland. Shout out to the Suitland Brands.
Word.
Suitland, Maryland. But yeah, I was in, like, the barbering program, and, I mean, well, it really did start from... One day I was in my room and it was very weird too, like honestly, like on some like meant to be type shit. Like it was really weird,
Okay.
like for real. I was in my room and at the time like damn, it's really all coming back to me. I'm having a moment. I'm kind of like seeing something like that's interesting. I don't even know. No, I'm just trying to figure out what date this was, but it had to be in high school when I started. Definitely like 2011, 2012.
Got you.
I was one day I was in my room, I was on my laptop, and I was looking up like models because at the time I was really trying to be like a runway model, and I was just like studying like different like models like Cara Delevingne, Jordan Dunn, just studying everything that they did to get it. And bruh, like you know when you be on YouTube, it be like suggested videos, like videos that you actually like searched before. Bruh, I never searched any instrumentals. So it was very weird. I was like, looking up model videos, and there was this fucking Drake Up All Night instrumental, and I was like, face ass, what the fuck is this? So I clicked it, and literally, I don't know what came over me, but I just started writing. Like I was really that bored. I was really bored. And my best friend, he was coming over anyway, so he came over my house. He was like, he just be walking in my house. He busted my room like, nigga, what are you doing in the dark? Listening to Drake Up All Night instrumental, face ass. And I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. It spoke to me, face ass. And then he was just like, bro, let me get on that joint. So me and him started rapping, and we was so pressed that we went down the street because he lived down the street. Shout out to Rayonte. We went to his house and we rapped this for his mom, and she was just like, oh, y'all sound cute. I like this. Y'all sound... And she was like, Illy Momo. Make your name Illy Momo. And then I was like, I don't know, but I don't know. So, like, yeah, man, that was kind of the start. And me and Rayonte was really going to do it, but he just wasn't serious. I was like, all right, fuck it. And then, like I said, I started rapping in high school, so I took that energy and went back to my man's Jonny. And I was like, yo, bro, I've been writing some raps and shit. He was like, yo, I'm trying to rap too. So we started rapping, but Jonny never really, did it. And then he was like, yo, I'm about to go to college. You can just come to my dorm and like we can like work on shit. I'm like, I'm not coming all the way to Baltimore, bro, to work on music, bro. Like, what the fuck? And at the time, like we were young, so I was just like, I kind of was like, fuck it. But with the mindset that I have now, I mean, we didn't have to say fuck it. But I was just like, man, fuck it, bro. I'm doing it on my own. So then my other homegirl, Tyra, she lived down the street from me and she used to ride the same bus with me and shit. So I told her I started rapping. She told me she was rapping. So we was just rapping. And then, bruh, like, she just stopped. And I was like, you know what? This is a sign for me to just do this shit on my own.
Yeah.
So I just always just, like, freestyled here and there. And then, like, I'm not trying to rap too much, but, like, I met this guy. Shout out to Louie Jay. He was in this collective with Sir EU called Kool Klux Klan.
Kool Klux Klan.
Such an interesting name, right?
Crazy.
Yeah, but me and him was real cool because also I did photography back in the day. I still do photography.
Word.
I want to get back into it actually. But yeah, I used to take photos of. No, he used to see my photos. That's how we got cool. He was like, "Yo, I want you to come to my show, take pictures of me and shit." And then we started. Yeah, we started to form like a relationship, like a friendship.
Yeah.
And he was just like. One day we was just on the phone. I'm like, "Hey, bro, you know I rap too." He was like, "No, you don't." And I'm like, "I do." He was like, "Spit something right now." And I was like, "All right." And I did it. And he really was like surprised. He was like, "Yo, you got potential. Like, yo, come with me. Yo, bring your camera, bro. Let's come to my show. Like, I want you to meet EU. I want you to meet Cal Rips." And I was just really excited because I seen them on the internet doing their thing. So I went to their show. And he introduced me, and that's when I seen EU, and I said, "Hey, I really enjoyed your set. I would love to like work with you, face ass." And he really said, "Okay." Like he didn't even know me. I didn't have no songs out.
Yeah.
What the hell? He's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, whatever, bro. Right. So I didn't really bring it up after that, but I just knew that he said it. And then after that, I seen Akoko. Shout out to Akoko. Shook Savage, and I believe the other member was Ari, but they were really dope. They're still dope. I know Suge is still doing solo work, but when they dropped their music back in the day, when I seen them perform live, that gave me the encouragement, like, yo, it's really people in the DMV, women putting shows, like little shows, like these, not little shows, but like it's shows going on here in DC, and like even though it's not like millions of people at a stadium, it's people coming out supporting it. It looks very beautiful, and I love it. And ever since I seen like local artists perform in the area, that made me say, oh, I can do this. Because when I came up, like growing up, I wasn't really into hip hop. I was listening to All Time Low, All American Rejects, Paramore, Yellow Card, shit like that.
You fuck with System of a Down?
What'd you say?
System of a Down.
It sounds familiar, but
like Chop Suey, like the wake up.
No, I don't know. I need to hear it.
All right, if you hear, you'll probably recognize it.
Yeah.
That's just like a rock metal band that I was into growing up and shit.
Yeah, man. I wasn't really into hip hop, and like my perception of it was very like rare for someone to make it. Like people I seen was Missy Elliott, Nicki Minaj, and Lil' Kim and shit like that. And I'm like, I'm not from New York, but okay, Missy Elliott is from the DMV, but like it was it just didn't seem feasible. But when I seen Akoko, these women rapping in Maryland with a fucking crowd with music out and followers on Instagram from their music, I was like, wow, I'm about to do this shit too. Like I'm on the low rapping, like nobody knows me. Like I'm in the house since high school. Like this shit happened around 2015. So I've been undercover rapping since like 2012 to like 2015, just writing freestyles. Yeah. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So that was how I got into it. Just, you know, just playing around with it, and then like being inspired by like the DMV music scene.
I will say the DMV music scene, especially during that time period, was very inspiring. And like going to those shows and seeing everyone come out and like how everyone's interacting and like the mosh pits.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like it made everyone there want to like do shit in the future.
Oh my fucking god. I'm not gonna lie, son. I be crying, not crying, but I be thinking about them times like fuck man, I miss that shit, but it's over and it's okay. We grew from it, we learned from it. But bruh, like son, that shit was beautiful. Like the hunger was in everyone's eyes and people, I mean, granted Granted, it was some weird shit going on. Like, you know,
there was some weird shit going on. As like the years have gone by and looking back on it and like hearing shit,
it was some weird guys. Not trying to just put it on guys, but it was.
That's what it was.
It was some weird guys, but also it was weird people in general. Like people were kind of gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the reasons why I wanted to create One Very Odd Show, is because I want to put together acts that you don't normally see. I know I told you earlier that I want to do Odd Mojo and Friends, but my lineup for One Very Odd Show, like when I make it annually, I don't really want it to be my friends. Like I want you to see different people that you wouldn't expect me to work with type shit, or you haven't seen me work with yet. You know what I'm saying? So these shows that I seen coming up, like they were just like, oh yeah, this is my friend. Like I would come to them like really bold, saying, hey, I'm an upcoming rapper, I would love to perform. They're like, we don't know you, like straight up. That's what I'm saying. People were weird. People weren't really inviting, but at the same time, that ego kind of was still inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, all right, nigga, I'll show you. I'll show you how tight I am. But yeah.
So, did you always go by Odd Mojo, or did you have any other names before then?
So at first when I started, I definitely went by my real name, Mahogany.
Yeah.
But it was just some issues, like people was messing up my name. They were spelling it wrong. And then plus it was Odd Mojo was already my Instagram name. That was what I went by when I did like photography and stuff like that.
Okay.
I started that Instagram in high school, like towards the end of my senior year, back in like 2012. And Odd Mojo, the name, came from keep burping. It came from my actual name, Mahogany. So like just my cousin. Well, no. Everybody always called me Mo in my family.
Gotcha.
Everybody always called me Mo, short for Mahogany.
Yeah.
But I was obsessed with the Jonas Brothers.
Thanks.
So on my Facebook, I was just being, weird, because I was like, oh, I'm married to Joe Jonas. So my name on Instagram was Mahogany Jonas.
Thanks.
And so my cousin in high school, she used to be like, I like your name. And she was like, Mojo.
Mojo, yeah.
Mojo, that's your name. And I'm like, Mojo, I like that. Short for Mahogany Jonas.
Yeah, Mojo, yeah.
So, also part 2 of the name, I was obsessed with Odd Future, of course. Shout out to Odd Future. I always wanted to be an Odd Future. I still feel like I'm an Odd Future. But yeah, I was obsessed with Taco Bennett. So his name on Twitter was Odd Fucking Taco. So my Twitter name, I made Odd Fucking Mojo. And I just took the fucking off and I just put Odd Mojo. And that's how I got Odd Mojo.
That's a great name origin story for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I fuck with it. It just comes all around. You got the Jonas Brothers, you got your real name, you got Odd Future.
Bruh.
All comes together. What was like your top like 2 or 3 like Odd Future tapes during that time period? Do you have?
What? Oh my god, all of them. But I mean, definitely Yonkers. But it's not Odd Future. It's more so just geared towards Tyler, because without Tyler, I wouldn't even know what the whole Odd Future is.
Same. Odd Future is like huge for me.
Oh my god,
because
same.
I was like in 8th grade when I got like hip to them, or like into 7th grade. And yeah, it was like a very big deal for me.
Yeah, same. Like
they
they
got me into like going online and like finding my own music that wasn't being played on the radio and shit.
Yes, the same.
Yeah.
Bruh, like my introduction to Tyler, I was on like a school field trip. We went to New York and we were going to see The Lion King. Face ass. I don't know. But we went to go see The Lion King. On our way back, we were scheduled to go to this big mall, I think in like Pennsylvania, I don't know, like America's biggest mall, some shit like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't fucking know. So I went and we all had like groups, but like I didn't really like everybody. I was kind of like fake emo, like I was just like by myself.
True.
So like my teacher had split us all up and gave us like a meetup point, but like the girls, I don't know them. So they did their thing and I was like, I'm gonna go Hot Topic. So I went to Hot Topic, just like exploring new shit, and then I seen the vinyl, or was it a CD? Yeah, no, it was a CD. It wasn't a vinyl. I seen the Goblin CD, and it looks so fucking weird. And mind you, it was 2012, so Twitter was just now popping, you know, and I always seen this cover art. And I always seen it linked to Free Earl, Free Earl, Free Earl.
Word.
And I was like, yo, this is the shit I keep seeing. Am I meant to buy this? And I literally bought it. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't even know who Tyler was. I just always seen that album cover.
That's crazy.
Saying Goblin.
That's crazy.
I literally bought it.
Introduction to Hot Future.
Went home, played that shit, and I literally was like, I love this.
Yeah.
And he just inspired me to make me feel like it's okay that, you know, you have suicidal thoughts, or like it's okay that you don't feel okay. It's okay that you don't know your fucking dad, or you're not cool with him like that. Like, no shade, I love my dad. Me and him are getting closer if he's listening. But like growing up, I didn't have that relationship with him. And just hearing Tyler talk about his dad in that way, and just him experiencing these emotions, I just felt like I connected to somebody, and without gender, I just felt like I was him. And like I love Tyler, and he inspired me, because at that time, like I said, I was playing around with rap, but I was trying to imitate other people. I was trying to be like, you know, sexy, and not like I didn't create that music, but like coming up, like trying to find my sound. I felt like I had to sound like the media, the masses, whatever. But when I heard Goblin, I said, I can be myself.
Yeah.
I can talk about my depression. I can talk about things.
Literally.
I don't have to talk about fake money and fake boobs and shit. I can talk about, nigga, I want to slit my wrist, face ass. No trigger warning, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, Tyler made me feel like it was okay to not be okay. And
for sure.
yeah.
Well, like, to steer it to, I guess, more stuff related to you, something I've noticed just looking through your catalog since like the beginning is like the boombox, and like it's always like incorporated into like your cover, almost all your cover arts. And I was just curious, like, what is like, is there a specific meaning behind that, or?
So, all right. So also, I was, like I said, I listened to like a lot of, you know, alternative like rock and stuff like that growing up in my teenage years, but I was into hip hop a little bit. I definitely bought Kanye West's Graduation album, and it was very interesting to me how most of his albums had that teddy bear.
Facts.
And I just thought that was really cool. So when I started to come up with my own work, I was like, and then also part two of what I'm saying is that at the time I struggled with like my body, like who I look like, something like body dysmorphia. So I didn't really like my face, and I didn't really like the way I look. Like I make music about self-love because I struggled with self-love.
Yeah.
And I just thought if I ever did music, because I was watching people, like trying to figure out the best way to, you know, distribute who I am in my music. And I seen a lot of people like had pictures of themselves, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I thought back, damn, Kanye did that teddy bear shit. What if I created a character? I don't want to show my face. I don't want y'all to worry about what I look like, or oh yeah, she cute, so I'm gonna listen to her. No, don't worry about what I look like. Let's turn. So I was like, let me just turn myself into my music. And I felt like the boombox face was me with my music. Like, don't worry about my face. Let's focus on the music. So I made my face music.
That's tough. And you've been consistent with that throughout like your whole career.
Yes, I feel like I'm gonna change it up though, like how Kanye changes it up.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now, as people are getting to know me, I want to continue to do the boombox, and then once I get like a certain status, I'll switch it up, throw y'all off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe make a cover with just black. But yeah, I mean, I think I did a single Make Away, which is pink. But like, yeah, for all my albums and shit, most of my single cover arts, I normally use the character Roxanne. That's her name.
Oh, okay.
I call her Mojo too, but I originally named her Roxanne, my alter ego.
Alright, word. Shout out Roxanne. Another like character I feel like you started to incorporate into your stuff is like this alien being.
Oh my god, yes.
What's good with the alien?
Alright, so oh my gosh. Aliens. So it wasn't intentional. It just happened. Everything happens randomly for me, I guess. But when I started One Very Odd Show, I really wanted the flyer to be odd. Like I just wanted to be something never before seen. Like just something different. So just a backstory, when I opened up for Jungle Pussy, shout out to Jungle Pussy at Songbird, shout out to Songbird. I met this girl named Pearl. She's really dope. She's a comedian and an artist, and we met outside of Jungle Pussy's show after I performed, and she was just telling me she's really, you know, interested in me and want to learn more about me, and she told me that, you know, if I ever need any work, you know, hit her up. So me and her was just like connecting and talking a lot, and I told her more about myself, and she started to get to know me. And I just said, hey, I love your work, I love what you do. Take this idea, it's called One Very Odd Show, and just do what you do whatever you want. Like I just want you to collaborate and just do what you do, and just send it to me. And when she sent it back to me, it was fucking aliens. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Like, this is so crazy. And then she was just like, yeah, I was watching this alien show. It's like on this black and white TV I have, and it was just really weird. I don't know why I'm trying to talk like her. She's like, yeah, like, I just thought it would be cool if you had aliens. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking weird. And I just connected to the cover art of the flyer, and I was just like, bruh, what? And then like I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with this. And then when I had the show, I was making myself like an alien, and I only had 2 One Very Odd shows, like, and I don't know, each time I just felt like I don't know, I just felt like, bro, I don't think we're from here.
True.
I don't think we're from here. I think we were brought here. And even with my upcoming album, Something Odd Is Coming, there's a whole story behind it. I don't know if you want to hear it.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, so you're the first one. So alright, so after we had the show, I just started having visions, and it created the album. And it all started from the idea of the show. And it's like I studied filmmaking, by the way. So well, not really filmmaking, like script, like screenwriting. I think that's how you say it. My former manager, she like bought me some classes, and then like after that I just started randomly just always thinking about scripts. So I started this thing for the album, and it's like the story and the mood behind the whole album, and it's really how I got connected to aliens from this like vision I had. So basically it's me getting out of like a Uber, and I got my backpack, and I'm on my way to like a solo retreat in the woods by myself, and I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm getting out the Uber. I'm like, all right, mom, talk to you later. I'm about to start the journey. And she's all being bitchy, like, all right, just be careful. Call me if you need anything. She's still like over explaining herself, saying, you know, and also make sure you got your mace, da da da. My mom also doesn't sound like that. Bitch, make sure you got your mace, motherfucker. Get your shit together. I don't even know why you out there, motherfucker. And then like I'm just like walking, and then I see myself as I'm going further into the woods, like, all right, mom, I'm gonna call you back. All right, the phone just hangs up.
Got you.
Like very weird. I'm like, hello? It's like some static, and then like her voice kind of like is distorted, and then like I feel like in the background I hear like Mojo, Earth to Mojo. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, hello? So I just hang it up. And I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, all right, let me get into it. Let me get my zen on. So I'm walking. And as I'm walking, I feel the intro to the album playing. I feel it just playing as I'm walking through the woods, looking at it, you know, trying to connect the trees and nature, hearing the birds. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me lock in. So I pick my spot, setting up. I got my tent and shit. Something slight, not too big, not too crazy. You know what I'm saying? All this is just a vision. I really feel like it might happen, honestly. But I'm scared if I do it, all this shit will happen. But I don't give a fuck. Let's let it happen. So, yeah, I'm setting up. I'm getting ready. And I'm just like, you know, starting my fire, just like reminiscing, just thinking about things that, you know, I wanna feel and experience through this solitude retreat. Mind you, my phone is like off.
Yeah.
I turned it off, airplane mode type shit. And, you know, I'm like, all right, it's time to go to sleep. Let me just go to sleep early so I can, like, start this journey tomorrow, walk around the woods and just do some things, you know, some trips. And, so as I'm laying down, I'm like about to go to sleep, and then I hear like this weird like hovering noise like in the sky. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like getting up, I'm like peeking out, and that's like this bright light just like hovering in like the woods. It's kind of far away. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm on some white people shit. Let me go check it out. So then I go over there, and I'm walking, and then like that's when like the second track to the album is playing, which is Action.
Gotcha.
Have you heard Action?
I did.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Uncle John. Hey,
Uncle John.
Such a crazy feature. I'm so grateful for him hopping on the track. If you're listening, Uncle John, thank you so much. You killed that shit. He recorded it in my basement, which is so fucking dope.
Oh, word,
Yeah, we were supposed to go to the studio, but it just didn't work out. And I was like, man, just come to my crib. We can set up. I got my engineer. Shout out to Duwan Crooks. He recorded and mixed the track, and he produced the track. It was really such a full circle moment, because I remember when I first heard the beat from him, I said, bro, I want this. Uncle John is getting on it. I manifested it. I know Uncle John. You know, I brought him out to One Very Odd show the first time.
Gotcha.
I interviewed him with Tommy Ye at Occupying Space, and got to know him a little bit more. We had a little studio session, but it didn't really go well. I was kind of nervous, actually, and then the vibe just wasn't it. But it was cool, though. But I'm so happy that we reconnected and did this song. But
Definitely.
yeah, man.
Shout out Uncle John.
Shout out to Uncle John, man.
I also interviewed him for City Paper. So
Hey,
right
okay. He's really dope. He's
really
so
dope,
talented, too.
Very talented.
Yeah, shout out to him. Pen is crazy. So yeah, I'm in the fucking woods, and I'm checking it out, and I envision me walking through the woods with Action playing in the background.
Word.
And I'm walking, and then like I see it. I see the fucking spaceship, and it's just there, and it's just like a light coming down. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like kind of like frozen, like, damn, like, should I fucking move? Like, should I run? Should I go closer? Like, and then without me even noticing, like, the light just comes to me, and I just like black out, and then like I kind of like, I'm not there, but I'm having like these like memories just like flashing in my head about things that I fucked up on, like me beating myself up, on, and just overthinking shit, just having all these like flashbacks. And the third track, Inception, is playing, inspired by the movie Inception, but that song really talks about like how we overthink so much and make assumptions when things aren't really there. Like, we assume so much, saying, oh, this person doesn't like me, or oh, I probably didn't get the job. But it's just like, bruh, like, just get out your head. Like Inception, bruh, like, you're just like, get out your head, bruh. Like, this is not really real, bruh. Like, wake up. So that's what I see happening. Like, as before I realize I'm being abducted, I'm having these visions of me beating myself up, and I'm seeing myself in a way of like, damn, I'm that hard on myself. And you know, that happens, and then that's when there's an interlude that follows up with it, called Earth to Mojo. And Earth to Mojo is, you know, just voices of, I hear these aliens, like as I'm seeing these memories, I hear them say, Earth to Mojo, wake up, wake up, wake up. And then like I wake up, and then I'm seeing, it's so blurry, but like I can see these weird creatures just like looking over me, just like, it's like they're like, I'm on like a surgery table, and they're just like doing things to my brain. I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't move. It's like awesome, like, you know when you have a dream, what's that shit called? I fucking forgot the name, but it's a name where you like, you're awake, I mean you're asleep, like but sleep you can't. Paralysis? Yes, that's what it feels like. That's what it felt like in the vision I had. And then it leads into 555, the single that I released. And that song obviously is just reaffirming. It's more so like affirmations, like say less, do more, mind your business. It's me just calming myself down from the thoughts in my head, just saying, you know, but I really think it was the aliens telling me this, like, but they use my voice to tell me all this shit. And I'm just like, damn, like, all right, bet, I'm noting it down. I got you. I'm thinking I'm about to leave, but then I have like another ego death, which is the next song, Runnin, on the album. And Runnin is just talking about me like running from all my problems, me trying to suppress it with like drugs or like not necessarily drugs. I don't do hard drugs like, you know, weed and like drinking and like, you know, just like people, you know, trying to fill a void. And it's just like, no, fucking fix your feelings. Stop running. Deal with your own emotions. I feel like we get in so much crazy shit in our head and with sometimes with other people because we're not dealing with our own shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like just prime example, like off some crazy girl shit. Like I was dating this guy and he didn't text me back and I really was fucking pissed off. And I'm like, I lost myself in that moment. I sent him like a long paragraph being crazy and he literally ghosted me, as he should.
Damn.
As he should, because I was being crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't you text me back? But then when he ghosted me, literally, because I have what's the word I'm looking for? I have these moments quickly. Like if I fuck up, I randomly just heal myself. Like after I sent that, like 20 minutes later, I was like, bro, why would you even send that, bro? Like first of all, you supposed to be writing a music video treatment. You supposed to be emailing niggas back. You supposed to be getting your set together for your show tomorrow. Why you worry about this nigga not texting you? Focus on yourself. What are you doing? You're so busy on worrying about other people and people not hitting you up, but why you not hitting you up? You running.
Yeah.
You running. Stop running. So that's what that song is about.
Gotcha.
And that's me still like in the spaceship, you know, and they're showing me, the aliens are showing me these things. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel like in this moment, I now feel like, damn, am I the chosen one, face ass? Like, so there's another interlude that follows up with everything, and it's just more like just like voices just saying, you running, you running, you running, and then it just transfers into like, you need solitude. That's why you're here in these. That's why you're here right now, Mahogany, because you knew that this is what you wanted. You knew you needed space. You knew you needed space from other people. It's space. We're in space.
Yeah.
So the next track is called Space, and I actually have a dope artist on there. Shout out to RllyRll. She's from New York. I met her through this girl. I can't think of her name right now. She's a dope ass rapper from the UK. She reached out to me and RllyRll and another woman in hip hop to do an all female track, but I don't know what happened to it. But that's how me and RllyRll connected, and we just kept staying in contact.
Yeah.
And she actually brought me out to New York in 2020 during the pandemic. It was scary, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I did a show with her, and it was really dope. I made some cool people. I even got booked for a show that night with this girl named Taylor. It was a beautiful fucking trip in New York. I'm so glad I went. And shout out to RllyRll. She's on the album. We connected from that moment. And then after that, after Space is Dreamin. Now within this, I kind of like wake up in a sense, and I'm like, wait, where am I? And then like I feel like I start to hear the soundtrack of me like starting to become more aware of what's happening. And then the next song is called Dreamin. Some people, well, you probably seen it too, got a sneak peek of the track. I did a Only Vibes performance, and I did a acapella version of Dreamin on that joint. So that's on the album. And then following up is Glaciers with feature. I have a feature act on there, facing from 20 Never. My baby. Nah, but he's really dope. He's so talented. Y'all should check him out. Shout out to 20 Never.
Shout out to 20 Never.
Yes, and so that track is like just me like really coming back to earth almost. Like I'm kind of like affirming myself like, yo, we got this shit. We about to make it, bro. Like, fuck this shit. I'm about to stunt. Like, Glaciers is talking about ice. Like, we just got all this fucking ice on us, bro. Like, we flexing right now. And after that, now I'm fucking with the aliens. Like, we're together. I see them. We're together, and they're like, all right, you ready? They not saying it, but they looking at me like, you ready to go back now? We see it. So they send me back. As we get back, we lead into the second to last track called Whip. and that's me hopping out the whip. It's kind of like a trap song.
Got you.
And yeah, man, we hop out the whip, and then it's an outro to the album, and it's basically the same track as the intro, but it has drums. Shout out to SevenG. He produced the track. He produced the outro, the intro, Inception. He produced the 2 interludes. He's mainly like the house producer of the project. He's kind of like put it together. But also we have, of course, Duwan Crooks, and we have John Tyler. He produced Space, and he produced Dreamin. And we have Owen. He produced 555. And we also, oh my God, I don't know how to pronounce the producer that made Runnin. I want to say Terracotta. Don't hate me. I don't know. That's bad. Cut that out. It's like, no, don't cut it out. But he the homie. I'm gonna give him credit, you know, when the song and shit come out. But all in all, the whole album is about me being abducted by aliens and me just like finding myself within that solitude retreat. But it's like I didn't even have the retreat. It's like I was abducted, and that was the retreat. Like that was me seeing what I wanted to see, and hopefully it happens in real life.
Yeah, holy shit, man. That's really good.
Thanks,
it's like
man.
cinematic. Yeah, no, wow.
Thank you.
I feel like I haven't heard, especially nowadays, projects that have such like a constant theme throughout like the entire thing, and like literally every song is connected to each other, and with like the whole, honestly, like a story you're telling too. I feel like I haven't heard anything like that in a very long time, in a minute, especially these days. So I'm excited to hear it for sure.
Yes, oh my God, I'm so excited for everyone to hear this. But just know, something odd is coming. Is 2 meanings. Like on some braggadocious shit, it's saying something odd is coming. Like Odd Mojo is coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I plan to, and I'm really sticking to it. People that are listening, because I know niggas be mad that I don't drop consistently, because I can really shit on people. Like I can really be on niggas' necks if I want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting them have it, face ass. But after this project, I'm coming for y'all, bruh. So watch the fuck out. I'm coming. Like something odd is really coming. But the second meaning to it is something odd is coming for real. Like for real. Like I really have a feeling that, I don't know if whoever's listening to this, I don't know if you're religious. I'm not really religious, but I'm very spiritual. But I also believe in God.
Yeah.
Whatever
like
you believe in, everything is the same. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. Buddhism, Allah, everything is the same. This higher power, this energy is coming. It's coming back.
It's coming, yeah.
And
I
something odd is coming. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be very odd for us, because we never seen anything like this since the 4 BC face ass. Like that's going to be odd. We're going to see something in the sky. We're going to see that shit. So what I'm trying to tell people is that since something odd is coming, I'm using my growth, my realization to help y'all, to let y'all know that y'all have to get closer to yourselves. Once you get closer to yourself, you get closer to God. So you have to meditate, you have to do these, you have to yoga, you have to get these massages, you have to feel good, you have to talk to yourself nice, you have to say these affirmations, you have to know that good change is coming. Something odd is coming. Like, so be prepared for when that comes, because if you're not prepared for that, you won't know how to react to it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not going to be a bad thing that this is coming. This is a good thing. So you need to, for you to know that nothing is good or bad. I'm just saying, don't be scared. Don't be in fear when this thing comes. You need to be at one with yourself and know that whatever happens, and that you have yourself. If you have yourself, you won't feel lost. You won't feel scared. So that's the meaning behind the project. Is to just know that something odd is coming and prepare yourself for it, because it's really coming. And I think that God is using me to say this message.
Facts.
So I just really hope that we all work hard. Don't try to be rich. Don't try to be famous so bad. Don't try to get the drip. Try to meditate every day. Try to read Try to read a book every day. Try to journal every day. You know what I'm saying? I know money means a lot because we have to pay bills. But like at the same time, son, your mental health means more than that.
It does.
So stop trying to focus on like, oh damn, this and that. Like, you gotta just let go, bro. Like, you are first. Like, for example, say like for instance, I'm late for work. I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm late as shit. And you know when you think shit like that, you start feeling bad. Damn, I'm a bad person. Damn, what if I get fired? Bro, I'm alive, bro.
Right.
I'm on my way there, bro. Like, I'm not like, okay, it's okay to call out type shit, but you know you're not calling out, you're just late. Stop beating yourself up, bro. Like, you're okay, the world is not over. Yeah. But even though it's in that slight moment, it's in that slight moment, you're now putting tense on your body. Like, you have all this tension. That's why I'm saying get a massage, nigga. Like, now you're tensed up. You don't even know, son. And that is weighing on you. So journal that shit out. Massage that shit out. Yoga that shit out. Pray that shit out. Get to yourself.
Literally.
Stop playing. Like, for real. And that's all I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is stop playing because something odd is coming. That's all. Like, that's it. Just know it's coming, bro. And if you're not ready, you're going to get left. You're going to get left, bro. That's it. So we just got to pray. And if you don't believe in God, at least believe in yourself.
Literally.
Like, just believe in yourself.
That's hard. Damn. To go back to just the project itself, when exactly did you start like recording for this project? And did you have like the vision first and was like, all right, I need to make songs that go along this vision, or did you like already have the songs or like some of the songs recorded and then you had the vision like, oh shit, I need to like see this all the way through?
Yeah. So I started recording this in 2019.
Damn.
But had the idea in 2020.
Gotcha.
When the pandemic hit me, when the pandemic happened, that was my solitude moment. Being in the house, such a weird time. I can't believe we're in 2022 because I still feel like it was yesterday when I was.
It still feels like 2020.
Bro, like
part 2, part 3.
Yeah, right. No, for real. Like literally, like yeah, man. It started in 2020, like just being like isolated when everything was shut down. Like I remember just being so scared to go outside to just do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the air. I mean, it is in the air, but like I really was like fucking Nick. Like I really thought the world was over, and that's why.
Me too.
That's why I came up with this, because I'm like, if the world is over, am I ready? Am I ready for what is about to happen? Am I ready for Judgment Day? Am I ready for this big change that's going to happen? I wasn't. And honestly, son, I really think God, this was all part of God's plan, son. I know that it was bad. I sincerely, I put all my condolences out to everybody that passed away. Like, I have family members that passed away from this COVID-19, and yeah, man, it's no joke, but like it's he did this to shake us and say, bruh, are you ready for when it's really over? It's not over.
Yeah.
I just wanted y'all to be by yourself so y'all can hear me. When you're by yourself, you can hear those thoughts. You can hear him, her, whatever, the energy, the force speaking through you.
Literally.
You can't hear that shit when you on the move. Son, 2019 was wild. Niggas was running like shit. Niggas was really trying to get it.
2019 was wild.
Niggas was really on the go, like non-stop, no days off.
Facts.
God was like, nah, hold up, bruh. Nah, y'all wilding out. Sit the fuck down type shit. So it was like when I was, there in my room off the solitude shit, that this story came about. And I already had a few songs. I already had 555 done.
Got you.
I feel like I said 555 4 times. Did I? I don't know. Yeah, so 555 was done. Action was done. And then I was just in my room by myself. Weird shit. Like, just like, damn, like, I feel like this is my story to this album. Like, if I wanted to create a movie, like me getting animated and like really creative with my songs, like, what if I made this a movie?
Yeah.
And that's how I thought of the movie, just by being, in quarantine. Just thinking like, damn, this is me. Like, by me being in quarantine, that was me walking into the woods, not knowing what's going on, me being alone. Like I have my own studio set up, so I was recording myself, and it was just me versus me, like, and it was just. That's how I came up with the story, man. Just I created some of the songs, but I didn't originally have this story. It just came about during quarantine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I think the other major thing that I wanted to talk to you about was the actual show, the One Very Odd show. So you've mentioned it, you talked about it before, but this isn't like the first Very Odd show you put together, right?
Yeah, this will be the third.
The third one?
Yeah.
So how did I mean you kind of touched on it before already, but how did the concept of it like come to you?
So yeah, the alien concept definitely came from Pearl. Mm-hmm. She just randomly created that when she designed the flyer.
Gotcha.
And then more so within like me performing with a band, that was to make it more personal. Like just I really wanted to give people something different, because normally if someone books me for a show, I'll probably just get a DJ or, you know, send it to the house DJ. But I was like, for One Very Odd show, I want it to be like, I want y'all to feel what I'm saying, because with this theme, this alien theme, I want y'all to really feel like we're not from here. Like, I'm giving you a new experience. I'm giving you an odd experience.
Gotcha.
You're used to me seeing, you're used to seeing me with a DJ doing my shit, but I'm like, nah, let me link up with some cool niggas. Foots and Coles. Shout out to Foots and Coles.
Shout out Foots and Coles.
Yeah, man, they're really dope. I met them through Alex Vaughn, them performing with her, and we have a song called Good Morning and More Blessings, and I started performing with her through them. And we met at, I believe, we first performed at So Far Sounds, and yo, it was just crazy. You can see it on YouTube. When we did So Far Sounds Good Morning, you can see the look in Foot's face. It's like, who is this? Like, and that's how me and Foots connected. He was like, yo, you're fucking dope. I'm like, bro, you're fucking dope. So like, I had to ask Foots and Coles if they wanted to do this, and they were down. So also shout out to Tommy Yayo, my she's still my DJ, but we more so work on different we work on different things now.
Yeah.
But when we first started the show, it was with Tommy Ye and Foots and Coles, and we collaborated the DJ aspect with me and her mixed with a live sound, so she would DJ still a live set but with drums and piano in the background.
Word.
So we're still doing that.
Yeah.
This year with One Very Odd show, we're working with Sir EU. He just got into DJing. So Sir EU is on the lineup, and he is DJing with me and Foots and Coles. Yeah, I really think that would be really cool, because you know his background. You know, we did our song a while back.
Yeah.
And he's just been cool peoples, and I just been watching his journey, and I really admire that he's like getting into like, you know, just more things in his artistry. And I was like, yo, I want to explore that. Let's work on this level too. You know, I just want to support people that, you know, they're exploring things. I'm like, okay, I see you doing your DJ shit. I'm gonna book you for some DJ shit, nigga. Like, let's do some shit.
Facts.
So yeah, that's what that's about. And like I said before, like coming up in the area, it was kind of like some gatekeeping shit. Like niggas had shows where they would only book their friends. So I was like, yo, with literally the title One Very Odd show is, I wanted the meaning to be around like never before seen like artists together. Like you would never. Who did I have the first time around? I had Jay Cousteau. At the time he was called Jay Cousteau, L Cousteau, Ankhlejohn, Odd Mojo, Zariah. You would never think Zariah. She's like a screamer, punk singer, rapper with Ankhlejohn. Ankhlejohn is like going back hardcore rap, like. And they didn't even know each other. I want artists to meet like that.
Yeah.
I want you to be like, damn, I met Ankhlejohn at One Very Odd show. Like I want this show, even though we're putting on a show, I still want to put on for the artist. Like I want it to be a connection. I don't want to have a show where we already know each other and we're just all cool. Because like we can like just be clicked up unintentionally, and it can come off rude to other people or disconnected. Like people
True,
can see us talking, we're like, yo, we just killed it, bro. And people trying to talk to us, we're like, yeah, hold on, and it's like, oh, they're just being, they don't want to talk to us. So it's like, yo, like, let's create a showcase where I don't know you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, actually, some of my friends be getting mad at me because they're like, damn, son, why you ain't book me? I'm like, I'm gonna book you, son. But it's just like, I want to create a showcase where I'm meeting the artist for the first time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just want it to be odd, like,
I
just something new, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good
like,
way to approach it.
Yeah, like, let's do something new, bro. I don't know you. Let's do a show with me, bro. Let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
Like, shit, let's do a versus face ass. Like, that's really what One Very Odd Show is about. Just putting artists together that's never before seen.
Oh, another thing, just like looking at some of like your performances from other shows, I feel like Gogo is pretty like influential in your live performance and shit. So
Hey, Cha! Hey, Cha!
is there like is there like a specific reason you want to incorporate it into there?
Like I said, bruh. Alright, I'm blitzed right now, so alright, so like, yo, another thing about the DMV and growing up in PG, Maryland, Gogo, man. I don't know, bruh. So growing up, and that's another reason why I started music also, because, I mean, right now, you know, also, like, I am still me. But growing up, I was really shy. I'm still shy. I was really timid. Like, I'm still a little timid at times, but, like, fuck it, it's just me.
Yeah.
Just very awkward. And, like, going to Go-Go's really made me feel like I didn't have to be shy. I didn't have to be, because one, the lights were off. Two, we're jumping, acting a fool. We're chopping, it was just so beautiful. And like, man, and the drums, there's something about live music, live instrumentation. It just made me feel really good. My first Gogo, I went to the LaPearl, Addison Road, St. Pleasant. That was my first Gogo. I've never been to the CFE, but I've been to the LaPearl. I've been to the DC Star, which is now what is it?
I'm not even sure.
DC Star is now, I want to say the Encore, but that's not true. Face ass. I don't fucking know. Echo Stage.
That's Echoes?
Bruh, I seen Kid Cudi at Echo Stage, and I was literally there like, bruh, I used to chop and clap my ass in here. Like,
that's crazy.
The
Echo
DC
Stage, they got like all the EDM people performing at
Echo Stage was the DC Star. We used to chop in there, bruh. We used to have our t-shirts up like, hey, ho, club.
I never made that realization.
Yeah, man, Gogo, just growing up, Gogo really changed my life. I had no control over the sound of it. It just made me feel free.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I was very insecure, but when I went to the Gogo, I didn't give a fuck what I looked like. Like, you know, they joan on you, whatever, but like, I just felt confident. I didn't give a fuck if niggas was joan on me, but niggas wasn't joaning for real. Granted, it was some violence after Go-Go's. People did get shot. People did die after Go-Go's, and that's exactly why some of the Go-Go's died down, because people were dying. Because hoods would come and they would beef, because when you go into the Go-Go, you're yelling out your hood. Hey, Kid Land, Zoo, Capitol Heights, you know, shit like that. So you see what niggas at, you see what they look like. So niggas would catch niggas after the club.
Right.
So that's how shit got fucked up. But besides that, it was very unified, bro. Like, granted, niggas, it was Kid Land and it was 2-5, whatever. Niggas was still right there, though. Like, niggas was still side by side going in, like, doing they shit. Like, it just felt very good, and it really felt like a beautiful, like, black love experience. And I was like, damn, I always wanted to be a hype girl. You know, there was always a hype man that was hyping up the band. Hey, whole club, hey, 2-5. Like, I was like, I want to be that. So before I was a rapper, I always wanted to be a hype man. So I was like, shit, man, like, if this is my show, I'm about to be a hype man, bro. We about to have a little go-go moment right now. Like, we're about to chop. And of course, that shit came from my song 10 at the Door featuring Kasim.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite songs you put out.
Oh my God!
I really fuck with that song.
Thank you. Shout out to Kasim and Alicia Drayton. She used to go by Moody. But yeah, that song was so organic. We made that in my room. Duwan Crooks produced it. Brylan, 57 mixes. He mixed it. It was just a beautiful experience. And after they left, I was like, damn, like my verse was so short, and I feel like it was so early. What can I do to bring it back to me? And I said, damn, let's have a chopping moment. So I was like, all right, I got something for him. Chop, chop, chop. So, you know, after I did that song, I performed it at my release party for the album, Channy and Mojo. And the reaction of seeing people chop was just so incredible and so crazy. And I was like, man, fuck it. And I thought about that when I put together One Very Odd Show, when I told Foots and Coles, I'm like, Foots, I need you to give me a go-go beat, bruh. Like, let's have these niggas chop. When I do 10 at the door, I need these niggas to chop. So we did it, and ever since then, man, even if we don't perform 10 at the door, we're gonna create some type of go-go feel
at some point.
It just needs to be, because we're here, we're home, we're in DC right now. We gotta get niggas to chop, and I just feel like it's such a freeing experience, and it's such a unifying experience, and that's all I want to do. I want to bring odd artists together, and I want to unify us all to just create a loving energy, and that's how that came about.
I fuck with it. Alright, well, yeah, we can just wrap it up then.
Okay, cool. Well, so, thank you for having me.
Thank you for talking.
I'm really excited for this.
Alright, well, yeah, we'll wrap it up. SleepWalker Radio, Odd Mojo. Thank you for coming on. Oh, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to God. Shout out to You Like Shit.
Thank you.
Shout out to man, everybody, man. Shout out to Foots and Coles, 20 Never, RllyRll. Shout out to everybody on the album, John Tyler, Duwan Crooks, SevenG, man, thank you. Shout out to, man, everybody, man. I love y'all. Love all my friends and family. And shout out to Miles. That's my dog. All right.
Hey. All right. Shout out Odd Mojo.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Wrapping it up. Thanks again. SleepWalker Radio.